Start our next question with Mr. Carlson. A Financial Times article showed the German economy grew at over 2.2%, mainly due to exports, while we only seem to be exporting jobs. 2 weeks ago, I trained a programmer from Shanghai to take over a project I had worked on for several years. At the same time, a friend of mine was training a programmer from Singapore to take his job. He is now unemployed. Policy matters. What policies would you enact to address issues of competitiveness and jobs?
You know, I've had that same experience. I've had jobs where what I did was train people in India and the Philippines to take my job. And those are not very pleasant jobs to have. We're seeing a big shift to Asia because there's just a huge market. Now, how do we deal with this? As I said, our policies need to go back to the basics. We need education that's real education. We got to stop this social engineering, engaging the students in arguments that their parents and the professors at the university can't figure out, and get back to, we got to have math and science. All right. We need to let people who are good at math and science, who love it, build a love for that. And we can have internet programs which are designed by the best scientists and educators and put it on at a very low cost. And I would like the Department of Education basically to be minimized to doing things like that, innovative programs that can do things that will really help the state go where they want to go. So I think education is one of the big policies. Obviously, there are other areas.
Ms. Collette?
A major reason we're exporting jobs is because of the regulatory burden in this country. We have local ordinances that control the expansion of business and the way business is conducted. We have state laws that expand it, and we also have federal laws and federal regulations. The regulatory burden in this country is exceptional. We also have the second highest corporate tax rate in the world, as well as the second highest state corporate tax rate. No wonder we're losing jobs out of Minnesota. And yet Representative McCollum has done nothing to address the regulatory burden. Obamacare creates over 150 new programs. Healthcare providers are not even sure how to implement it. In addition to that, the corporate tax, it's the second highest in the world. Of course we're going to be exporting jobs until we get these things under control.
Thank you. Representative McCollum.
We need to come together, as I mentioned earlier, and look at what is the future. What is the future industries of this world? And we need to invest in the R&D, the research and development to do that. We need to come together to do that. And if we do, the solar power, the wind power, and all the savings that we will see as a nation from not importing oil from the Middle East anymore will help make our companies more competitive and stronger. Healthcare. One of the things I want to stress again that this healthcare bill starts to address is taking the burden off of employers to have to provide healthcare for their employees. We're the only industrialized nation that does it. That is a huge burden, and I honor our businesses for taking care of their families, but we need to start removing that so that they have more capital to invest in their own companies.
Thank you.